Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim. I'm the founder of Eads Instruments, and today we are wrapping up the series of how to set up your guitar, your Gibson Les Paul correctly. This is part 3 and the final. There could be 2 sections in regards to just doing intonation, but there's so many different videos based off of that. So we're going to cover what's not really covered a lot. That is action heights at the 1st fret and action heights at the 12th fret. And when we're done dialing in the action heights, that's when we'll do the intonation afterwards. So let's get some strings on her. Let's go. Really quick, I want to give a brief summary as to what tools I'm using right now for this particular operation. So the Vencetmat fret rocker action height gauge. This thing is awesome. I love it. I've got 3 of them. It's all linked to my TikTok shop or my Amazon shop. So this is a StewMac action height gauge, digital feeler gauge. So I'm gonna put it right there. Gonna find out where we need to be with that. And then I've got my Hosco Nut files. I've had these for 3 years. Still amazing. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Before I begin to start stringing this up, I'm gonna clean up the headstock with scratchout. Smells great. It's a nice little buffing compound. So yeah, does a really great job and smells great. So let's do that. So, strings are up to pitch. Doing a quick check of, yes sir, it's exactly how I want it. There's no neck relief. So now we're going to dial in our action heights. Alright, let's roll. So, before we start this operation, we need to understand something here. String sizes, 10, 13, 17, 26, 36, 46. So, those are the string sizes of 10 through 46. Nut files that I have here are the one size over on each of these. Not obnoxiously large, but just enough to get it a little more snug in the pocket and not as tight. When it's really tight in the nut slots, you're gonna get this kind of sitar kind of sound, like if there's debris in there. So that's exactly what we do not want to have happen. Secondly, the numbers that we are shooting for. We are shooting for 0.020, 0.019, 0.018, 0.016, 0.014, 0.012. I've already done the math on a previous video to where I broke in a brand new brass nut for a Gibson Les Paul. So if you want to take a look at that on how I break down the numbers, I'll link that video to this so you guys can check that out. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna file these nut slots to the action heights that we're shooting for, and I'm also gonna go with the pitch of the headstock, so that way it's just a nice little yeah, basically a nice little angle there. So we're at 1.25. We're at 1.25 here. We are at 1.5 millimeters here at the 12th fret. That's exactly how I want it. That's exactly how I set it up prior to doing the fretwork. So that just goes to show you how awesome this erlewine neck jig is. So what I'm seeing here is 0.20285. So we punch it down and then hit 0, 0.0285. So we need to bring it down 0.008 inches. So as you can see, we got the action height at 0.019 inches, just 0.001 inches less than I'd like it to be, but it's also lower here on the 12th action, or it's lower on the 12th fret. So I can raise this up, compensate. We're great. So let's continue on with exactly the numbers I was specifying, and let's just keep on going. Alright, one last thing before we start intonation. We're going to take this graphite pencil, we're going to put some graphite inside of these nut slots, so we lube the nut, then we're good for the next round of intonation. Let's go. Alright, Joe. We are in the home stretch. Got one more thing to do, and that's intonation. Our action heights are great here. Action heights are great here. Took it off of the straps. It feels great. So now let's do the intonation part. So if you're not familiar with intonation, so it's when you tune the strings and then you basically try to match. It needs to be perfectly center between the nut and the bridge. So if the note on the 12th fret is flat, we need to move the saddle towards the nut. If it's sharp, we need to move it towards the body. So let's roll on this one. Also, before I begin on this one, intonation is best when it's sitting in your lap in the simulated playing position. It's not the greatest when you have it set up on a bench like this, because the weight of the strings always kind of pushes down, so it's not going to be as accurate as if it was sitting in your lap like you're about to play. So let's make that happen. Okay, so open E on the 12th octave for the harmonic, and then we're gonna fret the note right now. So it's coming up a little flat. So we need to bring it towards the nut. So I'm gonna loosen it, it's gonna push it that way. Still a little flat. It's better than where it was. We're heading in the right direction. So, there you have it. We have done the analysis. We have done the fretwork, we've done action heights, and we've done the intonation. That right there is how you perfectly and correctly set up your Gibson Les Paul My name is Tim. I'm Eads of Eads Instruments here, and I do a bunch of cool stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed that little run. We got more to come. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for rocking out with me. Have a great time trying to set up your Les Paul like this. Any questions, let me know. Later.